Hi everybody, this is Kevin and welcome back to another anime review. And today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on episode 5 of Shenmue, which I thought was another great episode with some cool action scenes and even some humor sprinkled in, which I always enjoy that. Once again, this is coming from someone who's never played the games before and is being exposed to the story for the first time through this anime, and I've received comments that, they're speeding it up, obviously, because it's only 13 episodes, so I think they're adapting the first game into the first season here, and some things are being cut or whatever, but overall it's a pretty faithful adaptation in terms of the story from what I've been told, and I've enjoyed it. The last episode ended on a cliffhanger with Ryu going up against the Mad Angels to save Nozumi, and then what the hell's the guy's name? Master Chen's son, I think his name is Guazang, forgive me if I mispronounce it, but Master Chen's son came to Ryu's aid, but they ended up having to fight each other, and it ended on a cliffhanger of them doing their special attack, the swallow dive or swallow kick to each other, knocking each other out in front of Terry, who is actually Mark's brother, and Mark is the guy working with the forklift from the last episode of Ryu, and he's like, I gotta get my son out of these gangs, and it ended with Terry like, haha, Yokosuka port is now mine. So this episode starts with like them doing their fight again, and the animation for the fight scene is very good. And it also shows, because at the end of the last episode, Ryu wrote the number 17, as a note for Goru to find it, so they can go to Warehouse 17 and find out where they are, because that's where they leave the notes as to like where they can party, which warehouse is vacant or whatever. And Goru sees that and is like, oh shit, that's the Mad Angel's hideout. What am I gonna do? So he runs over to Mai, who is also Nozumi's friend. And, like, the humor in this episode is the fact that, like, Goro, we saw him in the last episode, and he's like, bro, come on, bro, you're my man, bro, like, with Ryu, just doing the whole bro thing. And he's sort of doing that again here, like, bro, what are we gonna do, Mai? We gotta save bro, he's my bro. And like, the running gag in this episode is anytime he's acting like a lunatic, Mai just, like, slaps him. And he's like, what'd you do that for? Oh, would you get yourself together? And it's just so funny. She slaps him, like, at least 4 or 5 different times in this episode. And I'm going to cut ahead a little bit. So, like, some time passes, and I thought this was hilarious. Some time passes after, the fight's resolved, and they're going on their separate ways. And it turns out that Goro and Mai are going to get married. And the two of them are, like, blushing, and Ryu's like, how the hell did that happen? Because he just remembers the two of them bickering and her slapping him. And it's like, oh, she's the best. We've been seeing each other for a while anyway. So I thought that was kind of funny and a cute little scene. But anyway, what happens is Master Chen's son, Guazang, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. But Guazang and Ryu both do the swallow kick. And they knock each other out. But it shows like a slow motion version of it. And it turns out they both missed each other. And they fall down on purpose. And you hear them like whispering to each other like, oh, this is part of the plan. We have to pretend like you beat me or whatever. So we'll both take each other out. And then the Mad Angels are getting ready to finish him off. And one of them grabs like a baseball bat and is ready to whack him on the head. To which they get up and knock him down. And Goru, along with Mai, try to get the forklift. But they can't figure out how to work the forklift. So Mark agrees, I'll drive the forklift. None of you know how to work it, so I'll drive the damn thing. And he's like ramming the forklift through the garage door and then traps it through the Mad Angels against the wall with the forklift. So I thought that was pretty crazy. And, it is on Adult Swim on Crunchyroll too. So, there's like blood, which is cool. And they're saying like, shit, you son of a bitch. So they're using kind of language like that. So it's like the edgy, the edgy anime with that whole thing. But the battle was really cool, and then eventually Ryu and Guazang like team up to face Terry and the other Mad Angels, and they're all defeated. And Terry's like, "Oh, you think we'll go down that easily?" And there has to be like 100 Mad Angels just show up, and the two of them just take them all down. And they both like team up to do like their signature techniques. And you see, there's one instance where they kick him, and you see like 10 of the Mad Angels just fall backwards, and they're defeated like 10 of them at once, which is kind of funny and over the top, but it's all good. So after Terry's defeat, he starts laughing. He's like, oh, you can beat us, but you really think you stand a chance against Lon D? I don't think so. So, some time passes, and I already told you what happened with Goro and Mai, which I thought was cute. And you have the thing with Nozumi, who she's like, oh, no, don't go. Because, Ryu's whole goal is he wants to get money. That's why he's working at the forklift place to get money so he can go on his trip to Hong Kong to avenge his father and find Lon D. So Nozumi gives him a charm as he parts ways. And before that, too, he's leaving on the motorcycle. Like, he stole the motorcycle in the last episode, which I thought was great. But how's he going to get home, right? So I guess the motorcycle's his now. So, he gets, like, a good luck charm from Nozumi and the letter from Yuanda Zu. And then Guozhang Chen, Master Chen's son, is like, oh, reach out for my father. We'll help you get the boat to go to Hong Kong. So he's being with Master Chen and his son, and all of a sudden, that Smeagol Gollum-looking fucker who we saw in the early episodes shows up, and he's on top of one of the containers in the shipyard, and he knocks over all these pipes. And I gotta call this out because the pipes are all CGI, and it looks like absolute shit. But the pipes come crashing down, and Master Chen's son, pushes his father out of the way, and the pipe ends up falling on him. Presumably breaks his leg because he sees there's blood all over his leg, and he's having trouble standing. So Ryu easily defeats the Gollum fucker and like kicks him into the water. And he's like, how did you get so strong in such a short amount of time? And he's like, I've been training with the Chens. So what was going to happen was Master Chen's son was going to go with Ryu, but because the pipe fell on him and broke his leg, he can't go anymore. So Ryu has to go alone, and it ends with him on the boat on his way to Hong Kong to seek Landig. So a good ending there. And I guess we're about halfway through because it's 13 episodes. So this is episode 5. So now making his way to Hong Kong. I think we're going to finally meet that woman, Shenmue, or Shenhua. That's how you pronounce her name, Shenhua, who you saw her in the early episodes sort of like monologuing or whatever. So I think he'll meet her. And then you can see some other characters in the opening. Like there's this other guy with like a do-rag on, and this other hot chick who's like just wearing like a bra or whatever. You see her in the opening. I don't know who the hell she is, but I think we'll probably see her once Ryu gets to Hong Kong as well. So looking forward to see what happens next. And stay tuned for more reviews. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And one more thing, like nobody's talking about this series, man. That's why I can't really show you any pictures, because normally when I do the review for Digimon Ghost Game, there's a whole chat on a whole thread on 4chan. So I got a bunch of images from that, and also you search it on Twitter, you find a bunch of images. But searching this, there's nothing. There's no thread on 4chan. There's no talk on Twitter. There's a few people doing reviews, but that's it. Nobody's talking about this series at all. So I don't know, like the people who like Shenmue, are they like enjoying this? Because I don't know. Like I saw Dreamcast guy's video, which that fucker is so cringe as hell. Like his outro, whatever I do, I try not to suck. Like what a fucking weirdo, My God. But anyway, there's my little rant. But thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day, and stay tuned for more videos coming soon.